recruit a little bit?
It was good. Good to see some football on Friday. Ended up driving over to my destination, saw 2 games. Got a chance to get into some schools on Monday and also Friday. Visit with some coaches and see how they were doing this season, and get a chance to see those guys play.
Obviously, Johnny out for a half. How do you prepare your other guys for that opportunity?
Yeah, it's a next man up mentality, and the urgency is a little more now for those guys to take advantage of their reps, to get more reps in practice. And it's a moment, it's an opportunity to step into, and I think the guys are ready to go.
How's Johnny kind of reacted the last week? What's it been like for him?
Yeah, frustrated because he's a competitor, but he understands his role, and when he gets in there, he's got to take advantage of his opportunities. A little more limited now, but once he gets the opportunity, he'll get in there and be ready to go.
Is it different for those guys that are going to have to step into that role, leading into this game? Because like at Wisconsin, they didn't know that Johnny was going to end up being ejected, but knowing okay, this is the time and they've got to do it. You see something different from them?
No, it's the expectation. They know they're going to play. We prepare those guys to play. Our next man in, so they're ready to go whenever their number may be called. And we understand that everybody's one play away. Could be a penalty, could be an injury. Anything can happen in the game. We just got to be ready to go when our number is called. But I don't anticipate any concern, or guys are ready to go. They've been practicing that way, and we should approach this game just like any other game.
Sorry, Jim, this is silly, but for Johnny specifically, is there something that you guys want to do with him right before halftime to kind of get him going again? Is the warm-up different? What's the plan for that?
That's great. Yeah, that's a great question. We do have a warm-up that we do as a team when we get out from halftime. So that's really all the physical preparation he'll need. In the first half, he'll be mentally engaged, just like he's been in practice, and be a second coach out there for us. And so yeah, just as long as he continues to be focused, which he usually is, and just ready when his number's called, I don't doubt he'll be ready. He'll be itching at it.
Is it like more of a comfort for you that not that you ever want to lose Johnny for a half, but that it's the 9th game and you have 8 games of film, or seeing some of those other guys who are going to be in a bigger role on the field in some of these situations?
It's certainly an excitement to see an opportunity to see the younger guys, the guys with not as much snaps as Johnny, to take advantage of their role. We look back at the 2 weeks ago, the Maryland game, when Bryce had his first opportunity to start and he produced for us. But that's the expectation. That's what we expect from our guys, and they're ready for the challenge.
What's Gabe Davis said to your group playing with his hand on the ground?
So Gabe is durable. He's flexible. He can play multiple positions. He did add value to the front last week, and we're excited to have him. He's been dual training. Moving forward, he's going to continue to do that. But yeah, anytime we get a guy as talented as him with power and speed to come in and add value to the room, that's great.
What would it mean to get Keith back, given Johnny he's out for a half?
Be tremendous. He's working his tail off to be healthy, to get ready to go. I know mentally he's ready to go. We just want to make sure we can get him there on Saturday.
What made Gabe effective with his hand on the ground the other day?
Yeah, so Gabe, he's a brawler in there. What made him effective is his speed, is his power, combination of both, his understanding of playing in the trenches. He's a smart football player, so he was able to get in. We saw it last year in his first year playing college football. He's able to compete. He's able to get in there and use his skill set and produce. For him, the game was slow for him. It happens fast, but it was slow for him because he was able to use his talent and play against a bigger body, slower body, and use his strength, his natural ability to play with leverage.
I know Brett said he's outside linebacker. Is there a future there for him potentially on the defensive line?
There's a future. We, because he's got a big frame on him, so we keep feeding him a couple more steaks. So you never know. But man, it's I'm sure it brings up fear for the opposing offense when they see a guy that big and they can move that fast on the outside as well. But we'll take it a day at a time, just like we always do.
What's that versatility allow for you guys as coaches, though?
Yeah, it does, especially from a matchup standpoint. Early down, pass rush, short yardage on early downs when we want to have maybe a quicker group out there on the field, but you still have a guy who can play inside. And so it definitely adds multiplicity to our defense, but also for him to play multiple positions and to do that week in and week out, that's awesome for our defense and for our scheming moving forward.
Is Minnesota one of the more physical offensive lines that you faced this year?
Very physical offensive line. They work well together as a group. So it's a challenge up front. That's Big Ten football for us, and so we look forward to that. We're excited about that. But that's what our program is about. It's about being tough. It's about being smart and dependable. And so anytime we can prepare for a team that's gonna bring it physically, it's gonna bring it as a group like Minnesota does. We want to go into that game and try to take advantage of it.
They don't get real fancy offensively. Is it just one-on-ones? You got to win the one-on-ones against these guys? Or?
Yes, we have to win our matchups. It's a simple game plan, but they do what they do really well, and that's why they've had success over the years. And so we know what to expect from this group, and it's going to be an old school football game in the Big Ten.